does it. Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up.
I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flushed out right, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. Ready?
It's 59. Mike to 59. Watch the run.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey, escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Newton. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready?
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Newton on first down. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
180.
Check, 59.
Off play action. Newton. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, get away.
Gun. Look at it.
Newton to throw. Steps away to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 30 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Panthers in for the score. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the counter, here's Williams. 2 yards, good enough. From the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Yellow. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Mahomes firing complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
I'm coming after you.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And On 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Kill.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and he's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kickstarted things going in the opposite direction.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Shaq Thompson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 54 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Go now. 70, Indy.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at the top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20, so get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And
the ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. The grab as they are able to cut into that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Williams. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
To throw again. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hogan. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Williams. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Mahomes to throw. He sets to fire deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
One last throw here for Newton. Flushed out right. Going for it. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Right to the 3.
Here we go, G. Here I come.
On first down, Newton forced out to his left. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing again. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
56. Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Newton on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Tackle.
Breeze now to throw. And he finds Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? From midfield, here's Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Come on.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze, incomplete, right side to Cook. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Let's go, deep, tight.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just and pressure coming, and they got him once again. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Newton out to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now on 2nd and 13, Newton. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ready?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Breeze. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Newton on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Newton now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Hogan in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 40-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
The final shot before half for Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They run it again with Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
95-56. Exit, exit.
On first down, Breeze looking for Gann, and it's intercepted. picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air, but his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big.
And Kamara has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. They find some open field here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Try to pound it in, Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
4 down, 4 down. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain. So now
and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And this
an interception here when you have to claw your way back in. That one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point. Right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ready?
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle them inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? You ready? Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before.
On the ball.
No. Off.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara.
It's run.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Flush to his right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Newton, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Newton. And that is incomplete.